Good morning, students, and welcome to our e-learning session for class 8th. And today we are on lecture number 4. We are talking about chapter number 8, and on that we are discussing number of point, the challenges what the India is facing. One of beautiful, one of important chapter that what we are learning and discussing. It's a chapter on about the challenges what the India is facing. As it is not only the problem of our country, but it's a universal problem, it's a global problem. But as India is a developed country, since we are a developing nation, so number of problems what we are facing, that what we are discussing. So before we start the new topic what we have to discuss in this last lecture of chapter number 8, before that let's see the thought of the day, and that is focus on the solution, not the problem. As we are talking about the problems, the challenges what we are facing, but what we have to keep in mind that we have to come up with the solution. We should not focus on the problem, but definitely we have to work on the solution. Number of good things are going on. Still, COVID, pandemic, we are facing a number of tough situation. But by God's grace, by the efforts of the government, we mark the good, like in the vaccination also we did the record. So we will get the positive result, and together we will come out from this pandemic. So whatever will happen, it is for good. Keep in that mind. Have a positive and good thought. Pray to Almighty. Second, this is the first lecture of your day. As social this is the first lecture of your day, and we should start our day with positivity. Always pray to Almighty for not only the betterment of yourself, not only for your family, for entire world. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukhmapnuat. So with this beautiful prayer, with this positive thought, let's take a quick revision what we have already discussed. As today the last point, that is on the unemployment. As I said on that day, previous lecture I told that this point about the unemployment is very much important. So this we have to focus, this we have to discuss nicely. So first let's talk on the problem or what the points what we have already learned. So we start with the classification of challenges faced by India. If you remember, we discussed 4 type of the challenges what India is facing. That is internal problem, then we talk about the regional problems, we talk about the border problems, and then we talk about the natural problems. In internal problems, we talk about the overpopulation. As we know, India is the second largest country. Yes. Then we talk about illiteracy, inflation, poverty, unemployment, that's what we will going to talk today. Corruption, terrorism. In regional problem, discrimination based on the language. As you know, India is a diverse country. We are following the follower of all religion reside in this country. So obviously there will be some discrimination on base of caste, creed, religion, and so on. So that is one of the challenge of our country. Then the regionalism, Border problem, as I said, we share our boundary with 7 countries on the land side and 2 we share with the water boundaries. And the natural problem, as India is having the vast geographical stretch, we are having all type of geographical condition, like, so the number of natural disaster like tsunami, flood, earthquake, volcanic eruption, and the cyclone, this all are we experience in our country. So in the modern time, the external means of development have changed, but the internal mean of development have more or less remained the same. Honesty, the more awareness towards the rights and duties of citizen, traffic awareness, sensitivity towards the environment, scientific attitudes have not developed as much the material development. Here we have to be sensible citizen. We must develop the civic sense. Due to the lack of the civic sense, number of problems that what we are facing. So first of all, we have to come up with some civic sense. So social evil like the superstitious, illiteracy and ignorance still prevent in our society. So institution of the local self-government, educational institute and the non-government voluntary organization, that is NGO. I told you to remember this full form and the short form abbreviation. NGO means non-government voluntary organization. This all work on the same. So have played a vital role in ensuring the social and professional development of the nation. So the society shows many positive changes, which is very credible fact. Now still there are many more challenges to be faced: pollution, unemployment, poverty, illiteracy, terrorism are the serious problem to the, we can say, ponder over. Still this all are the problems. See, it's a global problem actually. But as we are talking about our country, so we have to face this problem and obviously we will come out of this problem. So it's necessary to think about them and find a solution to it. So the idea Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the entire world is a family. So the whole earth is my family, need to be included. This is what the civic sense, this is the thought we should have, we should keep in our mind, that entire world is our family. We belongs to this entire earth, and this earth, this entire globe, everyone is my family. So this is very important thing. First and very serious problem with its measure, what we discussed was about the overpopulation. As India is having the second largest population after China, so this is like very serious problem that what we are facing. Due to this overpopulation, demand is increasing of the basic requirement, like it's on the high, but the criteria, or like you can say, when the demand is high, but to fulfill this demand, the things are very less in number. So resources are limited and the demand is very high. So we can say, even we talked this about in the previous chapter also, that we have talked about the problems of the overpopulation. So the root cause of almost all the problem, if we talk about unemployment, if we talk about the poverty or the illiteracy, even sometimes corruption also. So the root cause of almost all the problems is the overpopulation. So in that, like you know, according to the census of 2001, the total population of India was on 102 crore, and now it's not less than 135 crore. So every, like, we can say that India is having the large population. So according to the census 2001, the total population in India was 102 crore, which in 2011 has gone up to 121 crore. It means there was an increase of 18.14 crores. Overpopulation led to certain man-made challenges such as the pollution, congestion in the residential area, shortage of water, as well as shortage in food, medical services, education opportunities, unemployment, corruption, and terrorism. So hence it's become necessary for the government to take certain steps to control the growth of population, and the few steps governments are taking, like about the family planning and so on. Then important challenge what we have discussed with its measure, that was the illiteracy. In that we talk about the Saksharta Abhiyan, each one teach one. So that what we have discussed. So illiteracy is a major factor hindering the progress of nation. Literacy is required to understand the new ideas, discoveries. Educated person can effectively communicate and explain his ideas, opinion, views and belief. See student, here we have to understand the importance of education. You must focus. Now see, online classes are going on, but you must focus. You have to pay your attention. You have to work very hard. You should gain a wonderful education, and not in, like, you must be top on your education, whatever field, whatever subject you are learning, you must be in the top, or you must learn in the best way. If you are educated, you can change the scenario of your country. You can change your life. Almost all solution, all type of problems if you face in your future life, you will have the answer of that. That is the importance of education. What makes, like, that makes the difference between human and animals. So everyone must take a good education. So when we are educated, we can have the good ideas, we can explain ourselves, our views and beliefs. So when we attained the independence, the literacy rate was quite low, as for 190 years we were governed or ruled by the Britisher. So obviously illiteracy was more, literacy rate was low. So but due to the effort of government, awareness toward the education has increased and the literacy rate has grown up in the country. The important point, see, we are talking about India, and how can we forget when in 1947 when we got independence, at that time we were having 562 princely states, and all the kings and the rulers, the famous known unknown rulers who work very hard for their country, for their citizen. So same here we talk about the Maharaja Sayajirao Gayakwar, Maharaja of Baroda state. So that point you have to keep in mind, that Maharaja Sayajirao Gayakwar of Vadodara has made the primary education free and compulsory in the 19th century in order to increase the literacy rate in his state. Sorry. Now what are the measures? Like how can we come out from this problem? So we come across incidents when the people get cheated because of their illiteracy. Illiteracy is a taboo on the culture of the society, and many measures have been taken to the eradicate. Free and compulsory primary education to age group of 6 to 14 years, scholarship, midday meal, pre-primary education, girl education schemes, Vidyadeep scheme, residential schools for tribals, adult education programs, each one teach one scheme. And since 2009 Right to Education Act, I told you that when we talk about this, you must remember RTE 2009. This 2 point you have to keep in mind when we talk about the illiteracy as a problem, and this is the solution. Then another important challenge what we are facing, that is the inflation. Okay, in that the increase in the price of essential commodities, this is the basic definition of inflation. The increase in the price of essential commodity and other necessity is known as inflation. A price rise in the commodities of daily uses create an adverse effect on human life. Inflation causes stress for common man as prices are increasing like anything, and the income is not increasing that manner. So it is always the question, it is a challenge for the common man, middle class. So how to solve and how to cope up with this problem? So the increase in the price of essential commodities and other necessity is known as the inflation. A price rise in the commodities of daily use creates an adverse effect on the human life. Inflation causes stress for the common man as it's become the tough for the middle class people and people with limited income. Obviously all incomes are limited only. It will not increase like what the price will increase. And to manage their basic expenses, the standard of living goes down. It has become difficult to combat inflation, and at this time people have to be compromised over certain commodities. As we do not have sufficient income, we do not have sufficient income to fulfill our requirement. So we have to adjust ourselves. Okay. So commodities or facility due to the inflation. So what are the measures? What are the steps must be taken? So corruption, hoarding, overpopulation are the factor responsible for the inflation. These are the factor. So here must underline or you have to remember this point. So corruption, hoarding and overpopulation is the responsible for the inflation. So what can we do as a citizen to stop it? So we should never take or give corruption, obviously, as we are the part of this. Then hoarding, black marketing and the overpopulation, this all are the problems and these are the reason for the inflation. Then we talk about the poverty. Poverty is the characteristic of developing country, as India is developing country, and this is one of the characteristic of developing country. Few characteristics are there like unemployment, overpopulation, and poverty is also one of the important characteristic of developing country. So poverty is another major challenge faced by our country. Situation where a person is deprived, this is the definition of poverty. So a situation when a person is deprived of basic necessity like the food, clothing, shelter, employment and medical facility is termed as poverty. Percentage of people in Gujarat living below the poverty line is 14.7%. We talk that in Gujarat is developed state in India, but still 14.7% population is poor in our Gujarat also. The criteria of poverty are set on the basis of purchasing capacity and level of income. Due to the 5-year plan commission and education medical facility have become the more accessible in India. Moreover, the growth of industries has created lot of job opportunities which consequently will reduce the poverty. The income of people has increased due to the integration technology in the agriculture and other profession. Even here the term what we use was the BPL. So here we will have to keep in mind this is a BPL, that is a below poverty line. This point what we have to keep in mind about the BPL. So BPL means below poverty line. People living the below poverty line face the following situation. What type of the situation they face? They do not get the proper nutritious food, live in unhygienic condition, are illiterate and deprived of medical facilities. Their children have to indulge into the labor. This all are the situation, or they face this situation. Then another important point what we have talked is about the corruption. Corruption is a major problem we face in our country. Corruption in the simple term means lack of integrity or honesty. In the simplest term, what it means? It's a corruption in the simple term mean lack of integrity or honesty. Use of position, trust for dishonest gain. It means the dishonesty behavior by those in the position or power. The person, those who are having a power and they misbehave or they do the dishonest behavior with others. Such as managers of government officials, corruption can include giving or accepting bribes or the inappropriate gift. It's a bribe that is unofficial. So double dealing, under the table transaction, manipulating elections, diverting the funds, laundering money and defrauding investors. Corruption has become the major issue and the hindrance the development of our nation. So what are the effects of the corruption? So corruption leads to the following ill effect on the society. Violence of the human right. This is the major issue, or what is the real reason or the effect what we can say. It's a violence of the right of, like it's a human right, violence of the human rights. Hindrance to the development of the nation, deterioration of the moral value, inflation, lack of trust in law, encouragement of nepotism, and the slow human development and the breach of faith. Now what are the measures? What are the steps we should take? So government has framed a certain law since 1988 to reduce and prevent the corruption. Anti-Corruption Bureau has been formed in the year 1964. This year you have to keep in mind, 1964, that is a Anti-Corruption Bureau to control the corruption. Now what is the message we should keep in mind? Accepting and offering bribes, both are crime. In things to know, the address was given that you should know. If you face any type of this situation, if you come across with the situation of corruption, you may contact to Director Anti-Corruption Bureau, Bungalow number 17, Dafnara, Shahibag, Ahmedabad. So this is the contact address where you can approach. Extreme danger problem that what we have discussed was terrorism. Terrorism, like it's a great problem which is faced by our country since independent time 1947 in Jammu and Kashmir, in the Seven Sisters states and in Punjab. We are facing this problem. So terrorism is a global problem actually. Terrorist activity are an obstacle in the progress of the nation. It is an evil effort to disturb the peace, brotherhood, and unity of nation. Terrorism inflicts fear in people through the violence and the hatred. The goal of terrorism is never sacred, pure or good. How anyone can justify any terrorist activity as it is a sacred on the name of religion? How anyone can justify that the terrorism is a good or the pious activity? On the name of religion, caste, creed, no one can justify that the terrorism is a good or the sacred activity. As any religion, in India we are following all the major religion, and no religion teach us to kill anyone, to harm any emotion or any person. So no religion is says about the terrorism. So terrorism, an inhuman act carried out by the certain group of people in a planned way. What is a terrorism? Terrorism is an inhuman act which is against the humanity. So terrorism is an inhuman act carried out by the certain group of people in a planned way. It restores the bullying, killing, torturing somebody. How and what they are doing? So it's restore the bullying, killing, or the torturing the somebody. Terrorism is challenge for any government. If you reading a newspaper every day, 2-3 days back, one terrorist attack was done in America. So terrorism is challenge for all government. It is not that the India is only facing this terrorist activity, but almost all part of the world is facing these activities. Terrorism, an easy way to display power forcefully. Innocent people become the target of massacres anywhere in the past. There were terrorist attacks on the Parliament, Hotel Taj, Mumbai share market, local train, and Akshardham temple. These are the few examples. But as you know, in Jammu and Kashmir, it's a daily routine terrorist activity. It's a daily routine, and our army and defense forces are facing it. So what are the measures? How we can prevent it? So we have to face it with the bravery and courage. The Intelligence Bureau of the nation should be strong and active. Awareness regarding the cooperation with the security agencies has to be developed. People have to be very alert at the public crowded places. If you find any unusual thing, any person who is doing some unusual activity, you must contact to police, inform to police. So one must not pay attention to the rumors, should not be panic in the time of the crisis. We must help to the security agencies or the police department. Security forces should be well equipped with the CCTV cameras and the metal detectors. Apart from this, various other challenges even we are facing are the orthodoxy, communalism, regionalism, discrimination based on language, border problem, and so. Now we have to talk on the unemployment. In Hindi, we will say it's a berozgari. When any person is ready to work, but he or she is not getting a work. Person is ready to work at the particular place, at the particular wages, but if he or she is not getting the work, that what we can say is the unemployment. So, introduction of technology in the modern time has added to the burning problem of unemployment, as now human resources are replaced by the machine. Now due to this technology, in this time, in most of the sector, human force are replaced by the machinery. Now in all factories, in the job places we are having the machines, and they replace the human power, human force. So introduction of technology in the modern time has added to the burning problem of the unemployment. For example, the use of computer. Obviously, this is the very good example. Okay. So the use of computer has made the work faster and more accurate. So machines have replaced the man and it's resulted in the unemployment. Now in all industry, in all job, in all service sector, now man is replaced by the machine. We don't require the manpower more. Yes, and that is the basic reason for the unemployment. Such a laborer facing a tough time to earn their living migrate to city in search of work. As a result, the rural area are disintegrated. Education has increased and expanded its horizon, but the employment opportunities have not increased at an equal rate, so the unemployment has increased. The rate, how the unemployment is increasing, the government not able to generate as equal opportunity of employment. जितनी बेरोजगारी बढ़ रही है, इतना काम सरकार नहीं दे पा रही. So we can say the density of population in city has increased, and as a result the challenges of water, shelter, transport, health, hygiene and education has grown out of the proportion. So due to this all unemployment, when the person is not able to get employment or the salary, when he or she is not able to earn anything, the number of other questions will arise. So other challenges such as the increase in the dirty and congested slum, antisocial activity, child labor, drug addiction, use of alcohol, mental stress, this all are the effect of unemployment. Will you believe this? So are the byproduct of growing urbanization and unemployment. This is a byproduct. To consume alcohol, to drug addiction, child labor, this all are the byproduct of unemployment. See, this is the major issue. When person is ready to work at the particular place, in the proper, like at that given wages, but if they are not getting the work, so this is the major issue now India is facing, as we are having a high population growth. And with that, due to this modern technology, now as India is a developing nation, so in all industries, service sectors, human forces are replaced by the machineries. And as now human forces are free, they do not have a work. Now due to the literacy, due to the government policy, people are now educated. So due to this all reason, the employment, the persons are not getting a proper employment, and this is the unemployment. Actually, it's a major issue of our country. So a person who is about 18 years of age and willing and capable, this is the definition of unemployment actually. A person is about the 18 years of age and willing and capable to work and does not get a job is called an unemployed person. Who is unemployed person? The age is of 18 and above, willing and capable to work. He or she is willing also and capable also, and does not get a job is called an unemployment. So this is the problem. So we must think about the solution. So for the solution of this problem, many voluntary organizations and the government have developed plan and policies as follows. Shelter for the economical backwards, government are providing shelters. Free education, here we have talked about the RTE. So those who are financially lower or those who from the below poverty line or economically backward, they are getting a free education. Pure drinking water, government is providing pure drinking water. Cleanliness, mobile medical services, encouragement to the cottage industry, small scale industries, cottage industries, the work which you can perform at your home only, गृह उद्योग जिसको हम कहेंगे. Encouragement to the cottage industry and handicraft industry with the simplified loan facilities. Government is providing number of loan facilities by providing nutritious food which is in a primary need, and the government is trying to improve the situation in slum area. This all are the major steps which is taken by government. Now say one activity is given over here, that make a list of cottage and handicraft industries functioning in your area. Say for some person is making khakra or the biscuit, homemade khakra, or they are preparing khakra at their home. They are making the agarbatti. Okay, even some few are making the soap, detergent cake at their home. So this all are the small scale industry or the cottage industry where you don't require a much amount. So out of this all problem, unemployment is the major challenge. It's a major challenge which what we face nowadays. Okay. Even few challenges like orthodoxy. You know, since centuries we are having particular mindset. Like, you know, if the cat cross the road, it's a bad luck. If someone sneeze for in the odd number 135, it's a bad luck, it's bring the bad luck. This all are the superstitious orthodox thought only. Then communalism, my religion is better than other. And on this basis, we do negative thing, or we are having the negative approach for other religion. This is what we say is the communalism. Then the regionalism, this is also the major issue. Like we all are staying in Gujarat, so Gujarat is far better than other state. We are having this feeling. So that is a negative approach. As we are the part of this nation, this land belongs to all of us. But still this is the thought of us. Then comes the discrimination based on the languages. This is the major issue. We will going to talk in class 9th also. Say for we Gujarati are more far better than others, other speakers. So thus border issues, as we share number of international boundaries with other countries. So number of problem arose from there. Rehabilitation and natural disaster. So this all are the other challenges what we are facing. So this all are the few things. Now in things to know, farmer in the village are provide loan on the reasonable to come out from the unemployment. So the farmer in the village are provided loans on the reasonable interest rate for the farming and animal husbandry. And that is why the Green Revolution and the White Revolution have flourished. Now, what is the Green Revolution and what is the White Revolution? You have to write. And consequently, the production in agriculture and dairy industry has increased. Now, write today's homework. I think now this chapter is clear to all. Important, interesting chapter, and as the citizen of this nation, you must come up with the solution. Okay, so let's write the homework first. Answer the following. What is What is Green Revolution? Explain you have to explain green and white revolution. If I'll help you little, green will related to the agriculture, white is related to milk. So you have to answer what is green revolution, explain white revolution. It is not given in this chapter, but you have to find it. Another question about the unemployment. Define who is unemployed who is unemployed person. How you will define him or her? Who is unemployed person? Then another question, what problems what problem arise in slum area? See, this is the important point. You have to answer it. First, very important thing, what is a green revolution? Explain the white revolution. Who is unemployed person and what problem arise in the slum areas? These are the few important questions that you must know. These are the few basic important questions that you must know. See, about the green revolution and the white revolution. When you will come across with the white revolution, you have to find about one personality even with the green revolution. So my idea to you is, when you write in your fair note, this activity type what you can do, now as you are having online lectures, so you should write about the personality. Say for if we talk about the white revolution, we can consider or the father of the white revolution. Father of white revolution. You have to find. I will not give you the answer who is the father of the white revolution. But you have to write a note on him. Same with the green revolution. This is very important concept, and that what we will going to talk, and that what we will going to discuss in class 9th and 10th also. So this is very important point you have to keep in mind. Now in next lecture actually, a important chapter on economy. In Hindi we will say it's a Arthashastra. So chapter number 9 what we will going to start, and that is our economic system. In that we will going to talk about the different aspect of economy. As up to now in social science you have talked about the history, we learn about the geography, and we talk about the civics. So actually social science itself, it's a huge like an ocean. Okay, and number of other topics or the subject what we have to include in social. So now we will going to talk about the economic, our economic system. Now as all this chapter, it's a part of economy only. So specially we have to talk in this. The activity what I have given previously also, you have to do in your special book. We are not preparing our fair note, but we are preparing a special book for social. In that you have to do it very nicely. If you can collect the picture, and if not, first of all you should not go out, but if you can paste the picture, if you are already having, or you can draw those pictures. And I want to see about your ideas and thoughts on the green and the white revolution. Again I am explaining, this is not given in your book. You have to search, you have to write, as it is connected with class 9th and 10th. Okay? Take care of yourself. Don't go out unnecessarily. Have a positive think. Take a good rest, take a good sun, and be active. Okay? So here I am ending this lecture. Thank you. Jai Hind.